Hi guys, it's Tasha with tashaspeaks.com and theangels.us. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. And when you come up against things that make you uncomfortable, and then that forces you to look and reevaluate what it is you think you believe in. I don't do that anymore, of course, because, like I've said in many of my videos, I've been guru hopping and lesson learning and conferences and meeting channeler after channeler after channeler, and a wonderful experience. Years and years of theology, and I still come to the same conclusion. We see what we've always seen. So, how does that saying go? When the things you look at change, you change the things you look at. When you change the things you look at, the things you look at change. It's very true, So, I've known that for many years. However, in the past 6 months, I've been really working on the things that I see. Example, I try really hard to stay positive. What was that guy's name? Howard Hughes, something, I think, that had the gold trim baseboards and whatnot. Okay, nothing that extreme, but white. I see why my mama liked white. White walls, white sheets, white, a lot of things, When you see what you've always seen, it's really challenging to change. However, the adult us knows you have to, the adult us knows that it would be better if you saw things differently to have better. So that friend that doesn't believe in you, not believe what you believe, but doesn't believe in you, that you're going to have that business, have that corporation, have that whatever. Why would you want somebody in your life that doesn't believe in you? Why would you have people in your life that just bleed you dry, borrow, never pay it back? Not that necessarily I don't expect my friends to pay it back. If I give you $5, I give you $5. I don't expect it back. If I had $1,000 and you needed $1,000, I wouldn't expect it back. Because people always say, well, don't borrow money, that ruins friendships. Don't do business with friends. Don't buy cars from friends. Oh, that's a crock of shit. If I'm your friend, I'll understand. You didn't know that the car's brakes are going out. It's not your fault. Give me a break. Let's not be stupid. So I'm not blaming you for anything. I have to accept I created my own happiness and unhappiness. Therefore, the things that I see are always getting better. They're not what I saw 10 years ago, and I'm stuck in that pattern, cycle, whatever you want to call it. Things are always getting better, and it's even better around the corner that I can't see yet. They're always getting better. There's always things changing, even though we live in the now. I live in the now. However, I do understand that tomorrow's going to come, so you make your plans. I don't know about you, but I generally plan my schedule at least 2 weeks in advance. And you change what needs to be changed when it needs to be changed. Excuse me. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. However, we could just remain flexible. Just remain flexible. It's not that hard. Right? So in remaining flexible, I know that sometimes uncomfortable things happen, and again, they're only going to be uncomfortable as long as you say it's uncomfortable. That's why that saying, people have been saying for years, it's all good. Well, think about it. Situation, whatever it is always good. You just might need to change how you look at that situation. You say, well, Tasha, that's crazy. That's being all Pollyanny. Well, Tasha Pollyanny Harris here. We know that the news exists. Do I have to watch it every day to see how many kids are being killed? How many parents kill their children? How many children kill their parents? No. I know it exists. I don't need to watch it. Or I don't need to see it on Facebook every click of the mouse. I don't. I know it exists. And I'm comfortable with knowing that it exists over there. It doesn't exist here. In my house, in my room, in this domain. I'm not saying necessarily nothing bad ever happened. John tried to slice his finger off, but hey, it's on. And he's going back to work. He's happy camper. We're all happy. He healed. He can use his fingers, and they thought he wasn't going to be able to. It's all good. It's all good. However, I still stay open and flexible. So what I used to see, a memory, is not what is actually happening today. And today I see, right now, differently. Everything is different. Everything is always changing, yet there's no such thing as time. So it's really the same. We just change our perception, of whatever it is. Sorry, I think the cat scratched me and it feels like I got a paper cut. The same old saying, where the mind goes, the mind follows. What you saw is not what you're seeing. What do you see for your future? What do you see for your goals, your life? We still are living in the now, right now, at 21 minutes, 37 seconds. Right now is bliss filled. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I'm warm. My belly is full. I got plenty of cold water. The kitties are sleeping so beautifully. It's so cute. Life is good. Met a new friend, joined some new groups, making a couple of new friends in those groups on Facebook. Yeah, I'm kind of a groupaholic. If I'm not starting a group, I'm joining them, I'm not talking about the fan pages. I'm talking about groups, where you have thousands of emails going through your mail every day because it's a huge group and lots of people are talking all the time. So, I know that this, we see what we've always seen reminds me of people who tell me, oh, Tasha, you're getting so good now. No, I've always been good. I'm just now creating something that you like more than what I used to do. And I'm grateful for, you liking my new style of work. However, I was great already at what I was doing. Did you realize that? I was great already. I thank you for the compliment, though. Just because I'm doing something different doesn't mean it's better. It's not better. It was always great. So I did crazy wire wrap, and you don't get the free flow of things. Well, I'm not an asymmetrical person, as you can tell by my earrings. Some earrings, as you can tell by this, it is not asymmetrical at all. Not at all. I'm just not an asymmetrical person. Oh, in case you didn't notice, this side is different than this side. See right here? Hey, stop. But I do love my veils, don't you? I do love them. Anyway, I digress. So, just because somebody doesn't do something you like doesn't mean that whatever they're doing is poorly done. Okay? So that's like you go write a scary novel, suspense novel, and then you start writing romance, and I'm like, oh, you're getting good now, because you're writing something that I like more than whatever you were doing before. Oh, like silly, you did that great before, you're doing romance great now. You see what I mean? Watch our words. Watch our words, I have recently experienced, people wanting to tell me how to run my business, and I keep trying to tell people it's really not about the money. I mean, I need to pay my bills and buy food and buy new shoes just like you do, but I don't need Prada. Especially out here, I just need a pair of $9 sneakers and I'm good. Till they run out and I buy another pair of sneakers and I'm good. What do you think you have to have versus what you need? A lot of people say you ask the Orishas for what you need, not what you want. We're going to just let that marinate. Go ahead, I'll wait. You done? Okay, you're done. Okay. So, watch your words. Watch your thoughts. Thoughts are words. Thoughts are things, and words are things. Really, really. Because then that makes me think about, if you tell me, well, Tasha, that is, I just love your new designs, and you're getting really good. Then why haven't you noticed I was already good? Is that why you never promoted me? Yet you expect me to promote you and share your links and pictures and whatnot, and you've never bothered to share any of mine. Not that you have to. I'm not expecting anyone to do that. And even when my customers do that, it is such a glorious feeling. Just so you know. It is such a glorious feeling. However, I don't expect them to do that. It's nice if they do. Just like thank you. I don't expect a thank you. It is my honor to give you, a little crystal. Hologram. Okay, there's my other Herkimer. I'm looking at my little baby Herkimers, Linda, that I got from Linda. And I know that they were just sitting right there because this one I'm going to make to put over my third eye to enhance my seeing. Anyway, I digress. So what would happen if we just stayed open and flowing all the time? I'm open to change. I value you for thinking my work is now great and it wasn't before. Oh well, that's okay. Because that just makes me think, if I said that to somebody else or something like it, because I would never tell anybody, oh, you're getting good. No, my thing would be, oh, you're starting to get intelligent. I'm not going to tell you, oh, wow, you made that pie so much better, you're getting good. No, I would never tell anybody that. To me, that's Rude. I understand you mean it as a compliment, just venting a little. So I just say thank you, and I just, keep it in. Well, for now. Excuse me. Probably like 2 in the morning or something, and I have a nap. I don't know why I'm yawning. Lungs need oxygen. I wish you could see the kitties. They're so cute. Anyway, think about what you're saying. No, think about what you're meaning, okay? Because in the meaning, that comes seeing. So when you see different, you do different, you have different, you know what I mean? What are you seeing? Does whatever you're seeing make sense coming out of your mouth? I hope. I hope so. Lapis, come here. Say hello. Say hello. Come here. Come here. Come here. Can you hear her? Her purr is so loud. I know, huh? Yes, my baby. Trust is such a beautiful thing. It really is. It really is. I hear you purring. I love you too. So beautiful. Anyway, so what are you saying? What are you doing for yourself? What do you see for yourself? I mean, you're telling people on the outside of you what you see and what they should and shouldn't be doing and how they should and shouldn't live. Are you doing that for yourself? Because if you change your perception, then everything else around you changes. You know that, right? So instead of pointing a finger, how about not doing that? You're welcome. Oh, she can't hear me. So I just automatically think of everything as being good, even though how I perceive a word is not how you say the word. I still am thankful that you even said anything. It shows that you have looked at my works, even though you think I'm getting good. Thank you. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic and mean. I'm just being honest. Listen to what you're saying and then pay attention to who you're saying it to. Because if you're talking to the type of person that does care about what you say, you might need to duck really fast. I will just not say anything. Well, I won't tell you who said it, but I will say, and I will say, that I admire this person a lot. And when they said that, that was my first thought. Have you really seen my other work? Because it's good. It's good. Why I'm yawning tonight? It's only 2 or 3 in the morning. Well, it's only 12:19. And I'm making a bunch of videos playing catch up because spirits gave me the ideas for these videos. So I just write the titles down and make them when the house is quiet. Oh, baby, I love you. It's so funny. Bibi, her tail flickers when she sleeps. And Lapis twitches her paw a lot. So funny. I was wondering what they're dreaming about. Anyway. So, and of course, telling myself, what are you seeing, Tasha? What do you see? So, and you know me, I'm very Pollyanna. I see rainbows and kittens and puppy dogs, and I realize shit exists. You don't need to tell me that. You don't need to put that in comments. I realize it does. My mind doesn't need to be there because my mind is focusing on calming that child down from cutting himself. Calming that child down because her father just tried to come in and rape her. Trying to calm that one and calm that one and calm that one. And it's not just the children. I mean, I try to console a lot of people older than me who are just stuck on what they saw. As Yana would say, their old story, and we need to get rid of the old story and make room for a new story. Life, past life, as it were. You know, I am not a raped woman. I might be a woman that has experienced rape. I'm not hurt, full of angst and bitter and piss and vinegar anymore. Because what I saw changed. Where the mind goes behind phone. What you see is what you've always seen. No, I changed my sight every day I wake up. Every day. You know, especially with my new students for Angel Teachers and Guides course. So wonderful. One of them is young. The other one is 30. And the other one is like 20. And I gotta tell you, they just amaze me with the questions that they ask, because it's not, I don't have one. I should have written it down. I don't have one in specific, but like the 20-year-old, she's like, so I've always been here. I created this situation for whatever reason. I shouldn't ask about it. I'm just going to experience it and live in the moment. Okay, got it. And I'm like, wow, why can't we all get it? Well, if you believe like that. You know, if you're whatever religion, that question isn't for you. This is for the people who know that they chose to be here for a specific purpose, for a specific time, a specific lesson. And you're learning those lessons and doing those lessons and teaching and using your gifts and meditating and all that, whatever other stuff you already agreed to. You know? Oh, stretch, stretch, stretch. Stretch, stretch. It's so cute. And doing that and knowing that and walking your talk, and other people see that and they want to be in line with that for whatever's right for them. I'm not saying be like me. I'm not getting all preachy and stuff. I don't expect you to change. All I want you to do is open your hearing, open your brain, open your eyes to see new colors that you've never seen before. Do a new thing that you've never seen before. That's why you always hear me tell you, be good to yourself. You know, do you really think it's fun for you to sit here and say, oh, I did. Oh, I don't care. Oh, but God, give me a good man with lots of money and a Lamborghini and a house. And why would God give you that and you're not there? You know? We are what we attract. And I thank God I've been meeting some really beautiful people. Thank you. Wow, the other day, well, I can't tell you all of it, but the other day, some guy came into, last week when I was working, right, some guy came to the office, and he was just so funny and friendly and warm, and I just had to hug him, and he didn't mind, thank God, and it was so nice. I mean, wow, it reminded me of the old days, looking at Eric's project, when it was okay to hug and kiss people on the cheek, you know? It's so nice. It's nice just joshing and funning and playing games and, you know, you better not eat that. That's mine. And I said, no, you can't eat that. You got to eat the crackers because I can't eat crackers. I don't have any teeth. So I get the fruit. I get to eat the fruit cups. You get the crackers. And you know, it was, you know, change what you're saying. And then so the other guy is sitting over there, and he's like, you know that guy? And I'm like, no, you? No. I said, what are you frowning for? You make it seem like he's a stranger. He's just a friend I haven't met yet in the physical form. Oh. Really? I've been talking to you for 3 days. You should know me by now. I don't hide much. So anywho, then it clicked, and I'm like, well, I'm just as friendly with you. You just choose to put that wall up. And that's okay. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying you would really want to get to know me. I'm great. I'm great. So let's change how we have seen and let that go. Let's change. Therefore, we can change the things that we see on a second by second basis. Just because your boss comes and yell at you, that she's not really yelling at you. She's frustrated because somebody put a pile of shit on her desk, and she's just venting at you. Okay, you're just a ventee. Take it and roll with it. You don't have to have. Oh, she's just venting. She's upset. Okay. I mean, I brought my boss for years. You're uptight because you're a woman, and however you were raised, it was, whatever the man says goes, and now you have a job, and you can come take that shit out on people. Well, I'm not the one. I'm not the one. Because when you're at work, it's slightly different, but it's still not okay for you and not for me. So you can't just toss out a bunch of shit and not expect to hear something back. Because God didn't make me big for nothing, So I'm changing what I see and accepting things that I didn't accept before. I'm reading the news more. And learning new things that's going on the other side of the world that I didn't pay attention to before. I mean, don't get me wrong, again, I knew it existed, it just didn't affect me spiritually. Okay, I'm spirit, not a human. First. Okay? So I see clearly now. I may not understand, but I stay open to new sights, new sounds, new ideas, new languages, new words that I never heard of before. I stay open so I can change what I saw into new things I have yet to see. Don't be stuck on stupid, SOS, like Iyama says. Don't be stuck on stupid. If something that you find out that you don't understand, you go online, you look it up, you do your homework, and you let it go. Keep it pushing. Okay, that's what Tasha meant when she said I was narcissistic. Okay, that's not such a bad thing to love myself. It's not. I mean, look at all those movie star people who act like their shit don't stink, and it does. It does. Shit stinks. I ain't never smelled no pretty shit. Oh, I gotta show you the baby. So be good to yourself, love you, and put you first in all matters. And then go and, discuss it with your mate or whatever. Oops, sorry. There. Let me get to the baby. And there's the other baby, and there's their mess that they were eating, and they ate so much, and now they fell asleep. Isn't that a beautiful sight to see? Isn't that beautiful? Look at my little baby. Yes, I love you. And I love you too out there in La La Land. It's so soft. I don't know what you're saying. I gotta get the little free color. You hear her crying? I'm taking the phone over there. You can't hear it. Anyway, go love yourself. I love you. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome day. And I'll see you next time. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.